specific discussion on cosmic connection, exploring astrology, numerology, tarot, and holistic well-being. Here, we are going to talk about how astrology, numerology, tarot, and healing can improve the well-being. We are pleased to have respected speaker with us to share their experience and knowledge. ज्योतिष वेदानाम चक्षु, ज्योतिष वेदों का नेत्र है, वेदांग का अंग है। सो आइए सत्र की शुरुआत वैदिक ज्योतिष के विशेषज्ञ डॉक्टर संदीप कोचर जी के साथ करते हैं। संदीप जी, my first question is to you. In such a time of self-gratification, which way astrologer can guide to improve the well-being?
Hello everyone, this is Sandeep Kochar, and I can see a lot of happiness and positivity on your face. Thanks to Dr. Mickey for that. And so your question is about well-being and astrology. See, astrology is such a beautiful science, and my host is also an astrologer. So, and most of the people are from the occult sciences. It is such a beautiful science. It is a divine science, basically. And starting from the Vedas, which is more than 5,000 years old, we are checking horoscopes on the MacBook. So anything which has traveled so far, I think it has a substance. But at the same time, over the period of time, things have changed. Technology has taken over. Now artificial intelligence is taking over, which I always say, it is more artificial than the real intelligence, which is more, a better version of AI is astrological intelligence. To know who you are. And that is the most difficult thing too. Because I'm a poet. In my 25 years of journey with astrology, when you become an astrologer, you become mostly a philosopher. So I keep on writing poetry. Abhi aapke upar bhi bana dunga ek. So I wrote it once ki, ilm to hai unhe sahari jahan ka lekin. I know you know it all. Ilm to hai unhe sahari jahan ka lekin. पर आप खुद कौन हैं इसका आपको पता नहीं। तो एक एस्ट्रोलॉजर जो एक्सचेंजर है वो जब 10 सेकंड में आपको बताता है कि आपकी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, वीकनेस क्या है, पोटेंशियल क्या है, आप कितने इमोशनल हैं या कितने एग्रेसिव हैं या कितने इंट्रोवर्ट हैं। एवरीवन इज डिफरेंट। दैट इज द रीजन इंडियन एस्ट्रोलॉजी इज सच ए ब्यूटीफुल साइंस, बिकॉज आपका जो प्लेसमेंट ऑफ प्लैनेट एट द टाइम ऑफ बर्थ है। अगर कई लोग कहते हैं, मुझे बीबीसी लंदन में बोला कि इट इज़ ए सूडो साइंस, आई एम गेटिंग लॉट ऑफ लाइव मैसेजेस, यू हैव कॉल्ड ए रॉन्ग guest on the show. It is a pseudoscience. It is not a science at all. I said, okay, give me your date of birth. I'll tell you who you are. And it happened. I said, you're running a miserable time of your life. I think you're planning to leave. And that is what was happening. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, it is not a pseudoscience. Astrology, the placement of planet, even if you call NASA, they will give you exactly the same degrees what we check on your horoscope. The real placement of planet at the time of birth. And that define about you, about your journey, about your past, present, and future. And coming back to the well-being, I think once you know about who you really are, you should work on becoming a better version of yourself. We keep on upgrading our iPhones and laptop, but what about our own upgradation? And I'm glad the people who are here, you are not by chance. I never believe in coincidences in life. There is a word in Urdu which is known as ittifaq. तो इत्तेफाक से इत्तेफाक के दो मीनिंग है, एंड आई रोट पोइट्री ऑन इत्तेफाक इत्तेफाक से। तो एक मीनिंग है कि बाय चांस, और दूसरा मीनिंग है इफ़ यू डोंट एग्री विद मी, आप मुझसे इत्तेफाक नहीं रखते। तो तुमसे मिलना भी इत्तेफाक था और तुमसे बिछड़ना भी इत्तेफाक है। तुमसे मिलना भी इत्तेफाक था, तुमसे बिछड़ना भी इत्तेफाक है। अब तुम्हें इत्तेफाक नहीं तो ये भी इत्तेफाक है। So trust me, you are here for a reason and a purpose, and that is how we are all aligned here. And whatever I am talking, it is not pre-written or pre-scripted. I have no clue what next question would be. But what I believe in, understanding those energies. If we are here, we have a bigger purpose. And trust me, if there is one purpose in life, which mostly people, they don't like what I say, it is the purpose of life is to be happy. And I always say, जो खुश है, वही खुश नसीब है। कि आप क्या इंतजार करें सितारों के बदलने का। यू वेटिंग फॉर द प्लैनेट टू बी चेंज। अनप्रोफेशनल एस्ट्रोलॉजी है बेसिकली ये, कि आप क्या इंतजार करें सितारों के बदलने का। जब तुम नहीं बदले तो तकदीर क्या बदलेगी। तो ब्रिंग दैट चेंज इन यू, एंड दैट इज व्हाट एवरी एक्सपर्ट on this day they are trying to make you aware, make you realize about who you really are. And if you can work on these things, trust me, your well-being of every kind, because doctors and medical scientists say everything has become psychosomatic. What is the definition? Bodily disorder formed by human brain. हमारे पेरेंट्स के ज़माने में ब्लड प्रेशर, डायबिटीज़ होता था। आप इतना स्ट्रेस क्यों लेते हैं, क्यों सोचते हैं? You Google latest medical journal. Bottom line says, for every disease, every single disease, they say it is because of stress. And what is stress? The state of your mind. तो क्या सोच रहे हैं आप, कहाँ जा रहे हैं? लिव इन द मोमेंट। लम्हा लम्हा है जिंदगी, तो कल की फिक्र क्यों करें? और जो बीत गई सो बात गई, तो कल का जिक्र क्यों करें? So just go with the flow. That is the right idea. I'm sounding philosophical, and ये लग रहा है मुशायरे में हम लोग आए. But poetry is something which you can only write when you understand human psychology. 25 साल में मुझे मालूम है आप कौन और क्या सोच रहे हैं और क्या आपके साथ चल रहा है. If you can and I'm putting everything in a very very simple way, not in a technical way. मुझसे ज़्यादा technical लोग यहाँ से लाइन लगी हुई है, अभी आपको समझ में आएगा. So but I'm telling you in a very very easy way. Understand, bring that change in life, and talk to yourself, introspect, and bring that change which is really needed. जिंदगी तू मुझसे बात तो कर, लास्ट है. जिंदगी तू मुझसे बात तो कर, नाराज ही सही मुलाकात तो कर. जिंदगी तू मुझसे बात तो कर, नाराज ही सही मुलाकात तो कर. यूं तो आदत हो गई है बेरुखी की तेरी, यूं तो आदत हो गई है बेरुखी की तेरी, पर चल फिर से एक नई शुरुआत तो कर. तो मे बी टुडे इज द डे. थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. We'll come back to you. My next question is to Prachi ji. Prachi ji, you are into numerology, you are into card reading. So, can you explain to the audience what is a relation between numerology and tarot reading with well-being? And can you tell any specific number which is linked with the emotional health?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Prachi Mehta, and I'm an astro-numerologist and a tarot card reader. And, having done my master's, Praveen ji, in counseling psychology almost 2.5 years back, 2.5 decades back, today I'm at an intersection of astro sciences, जिसका हम आज discussion कर रहे हैं. And I think that's where my calling actually lied. And, जैसे आपने कहा कि how is numerology and tarot connected to the well-being? Most importantly, Sadhguru, who we all follow, he said that numbers are not just mathematical. Numbers carry a certain sound vibration and a vibrational frequency. That's why even in our yogic tradition, the sound and the numbers have a great impact on the human mind and the human system. जब हम well-being की बात करते हैं, it's not just only about clean eating, taking a gym membership, dieting. It's all of that. But besides that, well-being is also about your mental clarity, your emotional alignment, your relationship harmony, and of course, your decision-making process, whether it's aligned with your inner purpose. So there's so much more. And यहाँ पे जब हम well-being की बातें करते हैं, and we combine tarot and numerology, these can be used as very, very strategic tools to get clarity in life, And let me break down this for you. In fact, Stephen Hawking, he has spoken about numerology, and he has said how significant numbers are in organizing the universe. And जब हम numbers की बात करते हैं, numerology is like your GPS. It's your guiding map. Counseling में, it's like your SWOT analysis. It helps you to decode your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And, it gives you this sort of weather forecast, what's coming ahead, what's your life's purpose, what's your soul's purpose, how do you align it with your current times. So numerology is very, very relevant when it comes to that. And जैसे कि मैं कुछ examples लूँगी, आज I think Sachin Tendulkar का birthday भी है? Yes, and he's a big follower of numerology. वो हमेशा jersey number 10 पहनते थे जब अपने cricket field पे जाते थे. And that was highly, it was recommended by Sanjay Jamani ji, one of the numerologists. And every time he wore that, it was magical for him. So, there's so much behind. We have people like, we have a lot of celebrities who follow numerology, whether it's films, we have people like Karan Johar, Ekta Kapoor, सबने numerology काफ़ी deeply follow किए हैं. And it's a very, very systematic and a scientific tool. जब हम tarot की बात करते हैं, I'll again connect it back to my field, which is psychology. Carl Jung, who was a very popular psychologist during his times, with Sigmund Freud, he used tarot as a bridge between the subconscious and the conscious. Tarot is like your mirror, जो आपको दिखता नहीं है. It's the unseen. And you bring it out to your conscious to be able to find solutions to your life. So it is again a very, very powerful modality. And जब आप इनका combination use करते हैं for well-being, it helps you to decode not only your present, but also your past karmic blocks, your karmic patterns, your recurring choices that you make, which help you to align with the well-being and the correct decision making. So these two together are very, very powerful. And another thing, I remember Carl Jung had said that let the unconscious, until you let the unconscious conscious, you will always direct your life and call it fate. जब तक आप अपनी inner workings को externally by default लाते रहेंगे, you will never be able to experience and tap into your subconscious to make it the conscious, to take the right decisions of your life. And that's why we have people and practitioners to help us decode tarot, numerology, and other healing modalities for the well-being in general. So yeah, it's a very powerful tool, and I'm very proud to be a healer, to be able to help people decode all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Prachi ji. Kavil ji, you are into hypnotherapy, card readings. So my question is to you, how does hypnotherapy play a role in someone's overall well-being? And could you share some real-life example with us?
Well, I'm an expert in 1-minute reels, so I'm going to keep it as short as I can. अगर आप किसी कमरे में जा रहे हैं कुछ 4-5 साल के बाद जिसमें बहुत धूल मिट्टी लगी हुई है, खिड़कियाँ बंद हैं, फर्नीचर तहस नहस किया हुआ है, कैन यू गेट सम स्लीप ओवर देयर? यू कांट, राइट? अगर आपके परदादा ने कहीं पे एक इडली डोसे के बैटर का काम शुरू किया था माटुंगा में, अब उसके ग्रेट ग्रैंडसन को 100 सुख सागर लगाने हैं, तो वही क्या चक्की पीस के इतने 100 सुख सागर की चटनियाँ बना सकता है? There is an upgradation required, right? If Dhirubhai Ambani's father, which he had actually told him कि भाई business नहीं करना, हमको नहीं जमता business. If Dhirubhai Ambani had agreed to his father's belief system कि हमारे family में business नहीं चलता, ये bad luck है, तू डूब जाएगा. If he had gone with that belief system, would even we be where we are right now? Maybe not, right? All of these metaphors are to understand कि हमारा conscious mind सिर्फ 10% है, 90% सबकॉन्शियस माइंड है. ओके, सो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में क्या धूल मिट्टी पड़ी हुई है, या कौन सी पुरानी बिलीफ सिस्टम्स पड़ी हुई हैं, या कौन सी नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट्स पड़े हुए हैं जो माई ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर माई जेनेटिक हिस्ट्री, ऑल ऑफ दैट, टिल आई डोंट क्लीन दैट अप आई कैन नॉट प्रोग्रेस द वे आई वॉन्ट टू प्रोग्रेस. ओके, हमारी शादियों में अगर आप देखेंगे दैट इफ यू हैव अ प्रॉब्लम विद योर मदर एंड you've never really gotten along with her, one day your wife will also start sounding like your mother. Yes or no? Right? If we have a problem with our father, the husband will start sounding like the father. You're like, ye kya ho gaya yaar? I ran away from one thing and I ran into it in my own house. Okay? So these clearance of these patterns is done with hypnotherapy. Hypnotherapy is not hypnotism. कि मैंने ऐसा पेंडुलम ले लिया, हिला लिया, आपकी रोलेक्स की वॉच ले लिया, आपका डायमंड का रिंग ले लिया. प्लीज, दैट इज वन थिंग दैट हैज टू बी अंडरस्टूड. The control is always with the client. Okay, we are just tapping into the memories जिसको आपने दफना दिया है, जिस पे आपने कारपेट लगा दिए, गद्दे लगा दिए. We are just opening those carpets and gaddas up and say, अच्छा चल देखते हैं क्या है वहाँ पे. नहीं अच्छा लगा तो निकाल देंगे, अच्छा लगा तो रखने देंगे. That is the job of hypnotherapy and your well-being. Because when your room is clean, you can sleep. When you upgrade that 10,000 साल पुराना चक्की and get brand new mixers, you can grow. That's right. That's all hypnotherapy is all about.
Very well, Kavil ji. Thank you. Tanushri ji, you are into healing and mindfulness meditation. My question is to you. Can you explain to the audience how healing can support in someone who is going through the difficult time or low phase in life?
Namaste, everyone. Do you know it takes the same amount of energy and time to imagine wonderful things as it takes to worry? Hi, this is Tanushri Chaudhary Singh. I'm a wellness practitioner and a healer. I've been in this wellness festival for the last 3 years, and I've been privileged to be here, rather. I want to thank Anurag ji, Devika ji, and everybody who makes this event so wonderful. Thank you so much. And I would also want to congratulate all the wellness practitioners, the winners, rather. I'll continue with my work. I guide people to be in the moment and heal their life. This is something I try to do: sound healing, sound bath, Access consciousness, access bars, white light healing, and a couple of other modalities. What I do is I try to help you to calm down and live in the moment and not go ahead with your life. Be happy and heal your life. Sound vibration helps you to reunite with your core, with yourself, and connect with yourself and your energy system. It's extremely important for healing. Access bars, again, is a therapy where 32 points are connected and they are touched upon to change a lot of things in your life, physically and at a mental level. I came to wellness 11 years ago when I was a marketing professional with Tata Communications, but unfortunately, I was in coma and ventilator due to a health illness, a brain problem, brain infection rather. So I recovered in 3 months to 6 months and decided not to go back to the corporate world, heal myself and heal whoever I could have, and I can. Today, I'm a guest healer at Sri Aurobindo Ashram Retreat, Unity Pavilion, Auroville, Quiet Healing Center, Auroville, and many other retreats. I believe you can heal yourself once you decide to heal yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanushree ji. तमन्ना जी, you are a karma coach. सर्व कर्मवश वयम, सब कुछ कर्म के ही अधीन है. So, how to understand whether we are dealing with a karma or it's simply a life natural challenges?
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible now? Yeah. I'm Tamanna C, karma coach and a psychic. From birth, I have this gift of channeling what we call the karmic blueprint. Before we are born, and when I say we, I'm talking about souls in human body, every soul charts a plan. There is nothing done without a plan. Even when we are formalizing this event, everything has to go according to the plan. And when things don't go according to the plan or the blueprint, there is chaos. That's exactly what is happening with all our lives right now, is there's so much of chaos. While we are talking about well-being, let's talk about what is the opposite of well-being. No one really talks about that. The opposite of well-being is trauma, stress, anxiety. And that all comes from, does anyone know the meaning of anxiety or trauma? Anyone? The meaning of anxiety or trauma in one sentence is anything that is too much for your nervous system or your soul to handle. Now since we're talking in a business world event, let's talk about business. For humans, everything revolves around money, right? And what is financial well-being? That you have enough of money in your bank account to lead a comfortable life. You have enough that you need to lead your day-to-day life. What about soul, spiritual, mental, emotional well-being? While everyone talks about mental well-being, emotional well-being, people are also forgetting that the combination of a mental and an emotional well-being is your spiritual frequency. I'm sure you've all heard the word vibration, soul frequency, spiritual frequency. I'm sure you all have heard this. Your mind creates your thoughts. Your emotions create your feelings. And the combination of that is your spiritual vibration or your spiritual frequency. And that spiritual frequency is what money is for human beings. So how we keep working in our day-to-day life because we want to grow rich in our bank account so that we can lead a comfortable life, a better quality of life. A soul wants that high vibrational frequency so that it can lead a better quality of mental and emotional life. Now, in terms of karma, like you said, karma is everything. We are all here to learn certain lessons. So people often ask me, is karma same as destiny? The answer is no. Karma is 50%, your choices is 50%, and the totality of that becomes your destiny. So if I'm to speak in a layman's language, If you go to school and you have decided that you want to become an engineer and you take physics and math combination, that's your choice. But if you are not studying well, if you keep bunking your lectures, if you keep missing your classes, you're not paying attention, you're not giving your exams, it's your choice to become an engineer, but you're also choosing not to study. What is the totality of that going to be in your exam? You will fail. So to answer your question, Praveenji, karma is only what you're here for. Because of our upbringing, because of our pressure, we forget why we are here. And that's why even people after, accomplishing so much in their life, they're constantly questioning, why am I here? It's because somewhere they've skipped a turn on their karmic path. Somewhere they've taken one wrong U-turn. And then they have to go back and start again. So as a karma coach, like I started off by saying that I have a gift of downloading energetically why each soul is here, physically what they're supposed to go through, how do they have to take care of their body. Now, when we talk about physical wellness, it's not one formula for everyone. Intermediate fasting will not suit everyone. Gluten may suit someone, gluten may not suit some people. So it's not one formula for everyone. So I tap into the soul energy to tell them what are their mental and emotional lessons. Why are they attracting repeated patterns? What choices they are making that has led them to being there, and if they need to make some changes, so I help them with that. So that's how knowing your karmic energetic blueprint can really save you from wasting so much of your energy. Imagine someone sitting and telling you that there are 7 stocks. For the next 2 months, keep investing in this stock, you will get your return on investments. And in the next 2 months, don't invest in this stock, because no matter how much money you get, or how much energy you put, it's going to get drained out. Wouldn't life be easy? That's what I think we all, astrologers, tarot card readers, myself, psychic, we do that. Human mind always wants to focus on the negative. But what if someone tells you that, you know what, your family cycle is low for 2 months, there is going to be kid with anyone you're married to, no matter who your parents are, no matter who your wife is, because through that you have to cut your karmas, lay low. But your social cycle is very good. Go out, meet people, network. A friend might help you get you $1 billion or $1 million job. Wouldn't that really change your life? Because you know when to conserve your energy and you know when to invest your energy. And when you learn the art of conserving your energy, that's what makes you rich. Making money and spending that money doesn't make you wealthy or rich. Making money, investing that money wisely, and growing that money makes you rich. Same applies for the soul vibrational frequency. What makes you energetically vibrate at a higher level is not meditation on the mat. It's learning how to conserve that energy when you're off the mat, which is what many people don't really master. And that answers your question.
Wonderful example, Tamanna ji. My next question is to you, Dimpy ji. You are into Vedic astrology from such a long time. What key factors should an astrologer check in a horoscope to determine whether astrology can truly help improve the person's well-being?
Surbhai Nama is the mantra for cows. Cow, which is the mother of all. So I would like to send a message also that we should go to the basics of living, and not to forget thanking BW, Batraji and Harvinderji for letting me say out my mind out here. In Vedic astrology, it is very important if you are going through the very basics. Sabse pehle to the astrologer should know how much of depth does he or she have to give healing to others. There are 2 different factors. You can be a doctor, and you can be a doctor and a healer. You can be an astrologer, which is mathematical astrologer, and you can, jisko ganit kehte hain, and if you can be a surgeon, if you can heal people. Now, when the person with the horoscope comes to you for a query, me personally, I check and I also advise to people who want to learn, कि पहले तो देख लो कि does your nakshatras match? If they are in a difficult position with each other, whatever efforts you will put will not help the person. And there you go, the person will say, दिखाया था मगर कुछ फायदा नहीं मिला, which is a bad name to the science due to a bad astrologer or a wrong calculating astrologer. And also we have to put the placements of the planets in the person's horoscope to see whether he can make use of the remedies or pujas or meditations or anything. First of all, is he going to do it? Or will he be able to do it? Not forgetting the peer pressure, what family he comes from. Sometimes it's the person wants to do, but uska surrounding aisa hota hai ki wo kar nahi pata hai. And then you say, I'm in job, I'm in a hurry, I can't do this, I can't do that. Number one, in astrology, there's nothing called no. There always is a way out. So for people where I see that he's not going to change his ways, I tell them, you keep doing what you want to do. Keep thinking what you want to think. But come down to this level where you are not hurting others. At least that way you save some of your bad karmas. But to think that every astrologer or every doctor or every lawyer can help the other person is not correct. And we have to be truthful to ourselves. The first thing is commitment. So that is how I am practicing for the last so many years, because this is how I was made an astrologer. I haven't studied, but I was told by many gurus, many senior people that this is what you're going to do. I was stunned, because as it is, I'm not very educated. Plus, I did not take a very formal education in astrology, but I saw my journey go through. And giving out names of all the people I helped is not going to be good, because I will be letting out their secrets. So number one, I don't agree to talking about I did this in public. Because that's your horoscope is your password to the universe. So we have to keep that password to ourselves. ये सब जगह बैठ के हाथ दिखाना, किसी से भी कभी भी कुछ पूछ लेना, मजाक में पूछना, so what is there in store? How will my tomorrow be? I say, what you did today, you will get a result tomorrow. Nothing too great. You don't need to be an Einstein to do that. तो इतना deep study जिसका है, उसको बहुत light matter बना दिया गया है. So this is where we are actually always questioning this science. We have to go more into depth of this and channelize ourselves into how we do it. That is how we can, all of them out here, they are all connected. अगर इनकी भी horoscopes देखी जाए, तो इनके भी कुछ ऐसे ग्रह नक्षत्र होंगे where they are natural healers. So that means the cosmic is the oldest. We can talk of any science, but the oldest science is cosmic. और वो 5 तत्व हैं. तो उन्हीं 5 तत्वों को घुमा फिरा कर हम जैसे भी भाषा में बोल लें.
Very good, Dimpy ji. So we are on short of time and we have to be very conclusive now. So I would like to request every speaker to just give audience one piece of advice for a day. So starting with Dimpy ji.
My best advice is timing. Timing is most important. All the other speakers before, they said very good things. कि you have to be there. स्वामी जी ने बोला कि phones are kept at rest because जब आप सो जाते हो तो फ़ोन को रेस्ट मिलता है. आजकल फ़ोन को नहीं मिलता है क्योंकि उसमें म्यूज़िक लगाना पड़ता है नींद आने के लिए, तो फ़ोन को तब भी रेस्ट नहीं मिलता है. और खाना खाते हैं तो टीवी देखते हैं क्योंकि आपको खाना पसंद नहीं है जो आप खा रहे हो, और हेल्दी के नाम पे जो खाना बनता है वो कोई खाने को पसंद नहीं करता है. सो टाइमिंग इज़ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट. इट्स लाइक नॉट बीइंग डीरेल्ड. आप एक बार एक अच्छी लाइन पे चल पड़े तो वेरी few moments are there in life where you can be derailed. But if you're on the right track, you reach your destination. And commitment is the most important thing. Be committed to whatever you're doing. Because like a person who's going to murder, if he's not committed to killing the person, he'll be unsuccessful in murdering. So that should be our commitment.
Thank you, DP ji. Tamanna ji, please.
I may have a lot to say, but one specific advice is souls need to understand, you all need to understand that you have a unique path which cannot overlap with any other souls. And I think in the world that we live in today, because of social media, digital, I think people are constantly trying to ape one another, constantly wanting a life that the other one's leading, and that in itself is dishonor to your own existence on earth. And when you do that, when you're wanting a life of another, or wanting to be like another, or wanting to do what other people are doing, you're not only telling the universe that I want the positive that they have, but you're also attracting subconsciously all the negatives that they have. And that can be quite misleading, especially when you want to walk on your karmic path, because only when you walk on your path, you will reach your destination. You will not reach your destination by walking on someone else's path. So I think that would be my tip for the day.
Thank you. Tanushree ji?
I would like to say, I think awareness is the first step to healing. And next thing is, live in what is and not what if. I think you get it what I tried to say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Kavil ji, please.
कॉन्स्टेंटली अगर आप कोई दरवाज़ा खोलने की ट्राई कर रहे हैं एंड यू आर ट्राइंग टू पुश एंड यू आर ट्राइंग टू पुश एंड यू आर ट्राइंग टू पुश एंड इफ इट स्टिल डजंट ओपन जस्ट चेंज योर वेज एंड ट्राई पुलिंग इट, इट मे ओपन. And if that door is still not opening, stop banging your head against it and look for another door. Okay, I believe that every rejection is a protection. If something is not opening up for you, you're being protected from something that's there, right in there. So we have all of these experts here. I love what Sameer ji said, jo khush hai, wo khush naseeb hai. I can tattoo that on my head right now. If you can just stay with that, everything becomes easy.
Thank you. Prachi ji?
Thank you. There's one thing that I always follow. Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji कहते हैं, and he says that your life is a mix of karma and free will. Tarot हो, astrology हो, numerology हो, दुनिया की कोई भी healing modality हो, your destiny is like your height, but your free will is like your weight. So please use it using your wisdom, and please maximize the benefit. And so live your life knowing that you have a fate and a blueprint of karma, but please exercise your free will. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Gochar?
So one piece of advice is to live a peaceful life. You know, because that is the most important thing in life, because we are all in grind, running after something, having our own desire and aspiration. There's nothing wrong with it, because we are responsible for our family and we all have our own dreams. There's nothing wrong with it, but at least the balance is also needed. Like a lot of experts, they talk about harmony, they talk about energies, they talk about well-being. I'm supposed to talk about well-being basically. But the grind is something you have to be very careful with, because we don't realize actually कि रफ्तार ज़िंदगी की बढ़ गई है कुछ इस कदर. रफ्तार ज़िंदगी की बढ़ गई है कुछ इस कदर, वो भी भाग रहे हैं जिन्हें कहीं जाना नहीं. तो प्लीज़ पॉज, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, टेक दैट पॉज, बिकॉज हमारे जो एस्पिरेशन है उस पर मैंने लिखा था कि ख्वाहिशें हैं आसमान, वी ऑल हैव ड्रीम्स राइट. ख्वाहिशें हैं आसमान और हकीकत है ज़मीन, और दौड़ रहे हैं सभी उड़ने की फिराक में. तो दौड़ने तक ठीक है, पर उतना मत दौड़िए, मतलब उड़ने की कोशिश मत करिए, अदरवाइज देयर विल बी अ डाउनफॉल. बट एट द सेम टाइम आई थिंक वी शुड हैव अ पर्पस इन लाइफ, और बिगर पर्पस अगर हम ढूंढ लेते हैं, जिसको हम कंपैशन भी कहते हैं. और एस्ट्रोलॉजी का अगर जब नंबर 1 राजयोग की अगर हम बात करते हैं, मैंने एक्चुअली एस्ट्रोलॉजी के ऊपर बात ही नहीं करी, एस्ट्रोलॉजी पे अगर हम नंबर 1 राजयोग की बात करते हैं, तो दैट इज़ व्हेन 9th and 10th लॉर्ड आर अलाइन, दे आर टुगेदर रिस्पेक्टिंग ईच अदर, लॉर्ड ऑफ धर्मा एंड लॉर्ड ऑफ कर्मा. So Lord of Dharma and when Lord of Karma are together in anyone's horoscope, it is known as Dharma Karmadhipati Rajyog. That means Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, one world, one family. So if you have that kind of purpose, कि थोड़ा सा अपने लिए और थोड़ा सा दूसरों के लिए, थोड़ा है थोड़े की ज़रूरत है, एक बैलेंस बिटवीन what you have and what you aspire for. I think that will help you to be in a happier and a calmer space, and work on your relationship also. That's also area we haven't touched, and it is also under well-being, because well-being is only when you come out from your home in a happy space and go, and looking forward that somebody will welcome you. Now people have pets though, but at the same time, if you can work on that harmony, I think that's an amazing thing. So just go with the flow. Don't take stress. Whatever has to happen will happen. जिंदगी की कहानी पहले लिखी जा चुकी है. The destination of life is already destined and it cannot be changed. Or something which is already written, pre-scripted, pre-drafted, predestined, then what are you thinking of? So best is go with the flow. कि ज़िंदगी तो महज एक दरिया है. हम लोग रहते हैं मुंबई में, फॉर्चुनेट है कि ज़िंदगी तो महज एक दरिया है, बहते चलो, बस यही एक जरिया है.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. Thank you all wonderful panelists for share such deep insight, experience, and knowledge with us. And thank you to our audience for being such a curious listener. We hope today's conversation will inspire you to look at your holistic well-being. Thank you. Thank you, BWP.